Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the Agriculture and Rural Development Current Affair series that is currently going on for the NABARD Grade A 2025 exam. Alright, so see what happens in the ARD section of NABARD Grade A examination. Some of the current affairs related to ARD are asked, and our motive through this series is to look at what are the news that are currently going on and how can we utilize that information, not only getting marks in objective but also how to beautifully use them in descriptive answer writing. So we will look at all the questions, what sort of questions can be framed from it, and if there is some point that can be utilized in descriptive writing, how can we do it? We will look at everything. So let's get started. And before that, let's just see like what are the news for this week we have, right? Because see, this is a weekly series, so whatever be the most important news that are there in that week, we cover that. ठीक है? तो अभी के लिए देखिए इंडिया इजराइल का एग्रीकल्चर कोलैबोरेशन हुआ है. So what is that collaboration? What was the outcome of it? What was the agreement signed? What were the points that were mentioned? These things we will look at it. Second was golden jubilee of IFCO. It took place. What is golden jubilee? That is like 50th anniversary, 50 साल पूरे हुए, right? So some what are the initiatives and how like IFCO it has grown as a society, everything we will look at it. After that, tulip cultivation in Kashmir, it has been promoted. Indigenization of tulip cultivation is now being promoted, right? So what is this? Everything we will look at. And at last there was some details on the news that was given on Kisan Rail. So what is it and what was the information? We will just look at it, right? So let's get started with the first news, which is about India and Israel agriculture collaboration. Okay, देखो, these are the things that you can utilize beautifully in your descriptive point of view. Okay, objective safe question can be, it can be that recently India has signed an agriculture cooperation agreement with dash country, right? What is the name of the country? So you can get the answer Israel from there. So from objective, such questions can be made. But in descriptive, you can beautifully utilize in such questions, right? What is the government doing for the agriculture promotion, right? So because when we are making collaboration with other country, we will learn how the agriculture sector performs there. We can utilize that information over here. And not only that, when we collaborate with some other country, our resources it doubles, right? For example, if in India, the scientists they are doing a research, right? But now we have collaboration with Israel. Now the scientists of Israel and the scientists of India, they can in collaboration they can do much better research, right? Because now the brains have also doubled, right? So that is why these informations in questions like how what the country is doing or what India is doing to promote agriculture, to develop agriculture, you can beautifully integrate that it has recently signed an agriculture cooperation agreement, as mentioned over here also, with Israel. And what will be the key focus areas, like what are the sectors of agriculture in which the cooperation will be made? So this is soil and water management, right? Very very important. Climate change is a real thing, right? And at this moment, soil and water conservation is a must, right? Horticulture, because what is happening, the population is increasing but the land size is decreasing, right? So we have to do much and much collaboration and research in agriculture, in horticulture. How can we increase the productivity, right? How can we increase the yield? Post harvest technology, very important, because what happens, around 20 to 25% of food wastage in India, it occurs as after harvesting, right? Post harvest wastage at 20 to 25%, which is actually a huge amount. What does it mean? That tomato has been harvested but now they are not being reached to the consumer. Before reaching to the consumer, they are degrading, they are rotting, right? Similarly, other products also are there. So we have to go for better post harvest technologies, so that first of all our yield, we get a yield, and that yield is actually then being made available to the consumer. ठीक है, बीच में कोई खराबी नहीं आनी चाहिए. So post harvest technology collaboration बहुत important है. Agriculture mechanization to develop with such machineries which are affordable. If we talk about India, 80 to 85% are small and marginal farmers, right? So we need such mechanization which are affordable also, and they do the justice, the work for which they have been bought, right? Animal husbandry sector and research and development in agriculture. So ये सब बहुत important topics हैं, and here India is collaborating with other countries so that these things can be improved, right? Very beautiful point for your descriptive answer writing. इसके अलावा there are some things that have been agreed, that both the countries they agreed on a 5-year seed improvement plan, because देखो ultimately how the crop will be grown with the help of seed only, right? So if seed has good genetics, if seed has good quality, if seed is of good quality, of course the product will also be of good quality, right? अब इसमें जैसे क्या क्या इसमें research हो सकती है, when we say seed improvement plan, like what can be the seed improvements that can be done. Now this is how you can link it to the static of agriculture, right? How the seed improvement, what will be the benefit of seed improvement, या उससे क्या हो सकता है? For example, you can create such, you can incorporate such genes where the size of the plant is small but the yield that they produce is very high. Because if the size of the plant will be small, so more of the plants can be sown in an area, but they are providing with better yield, right? So definitely we are getting better productivity. Apart from that, some of the जैसे we are talking about climate change, right? So going for such seed varieties, or developing such seed varieties which can tolerate such climatic changes that are happening, that can be grown in a drought prone area, right? So such seed improvement plans, for 5 years now, both the country, they are going to look at it, right? They will be collaborating on it for better productivity and sustainability. I hope you are able to understand the things that I'm linking with the theoretical portion, right? And also both the countries has decided to expand center of excellence. What are these centers of excellence? So basically these are, you can say that the offices that are set up, right? And there will be like people in the offices, or the trainers in the offices, which will train the farmers related to agriculture, like all the activities that are related to agriculture, right? So center of excellence, as the name itself suggests, that these centers are set up to excel the people in what sector? In, of course, agriculture sector. So basically they will be like taught new skills, right? Or they will be given information on the new technologies that are there, that they can use to get better productivity. Or maybe they can be made aware of, how buying maybe a little bit expensive but better seeds that can give them better results. What are the different agriculture practices that they can do in on their field, which can give them better result, right? So center of excellence is nothing but an office that is set up, and the aim of them will be to teach farmers the new ways by which they can have better productivity and sustainability. Okay. And along with that, there is also Israel village excellence model, that is, that's been expected that via this collaboration it will be set up in India. Okay. Israel village of excellence, as the name suggests, तो एक concept क्या है? Village of excellence में basically what happens in Israel, that they take a whole village, that they take a village, and there they touch each and every aspect of agriculture that needs to be, introduced into that village, so that that the profit can be gotten from agriculture. What does it mean? For example, how this model can be implemented in India. For example, a particular village has been taken. Right now, everything will be taken care of. That if machines are there, proper machines are there, so that all the farmers can utilize it. Proper irrigation facilities will be taken care of. Their proper seed fertilizers will be provided to them. Not only that, proper infrastructure facility will be there, go down facility, so that if harvesting is done, there is a place to store them, storage facility. Proper marketing connectivity will be there, right? So I hope you get an idea कि Israel village of excellence में क्या है, what is this model all about? Its model is to introduce from A to Z of agriculture, from sowing of seed till selling of the commodity, right? Whatever be the steps are there, proper value chain को establish करना, so that the people who are living there, the farmers who are doing this business, they can get profit. Now the aim is that what Israel village of excellence model is being take out that model and now implement it in India. Let's see how fast it will happen and how it will help the farmers, right? So that was the first news. Coming to the second one, it says about IFCO's Golden Jubilee and New Initiative. इसमें ज़्यादा कुछ ऐसा था नहीं. बेसिकली इफको इट्स फुल फॉर्म इज इंडियन फार्मर्स फर्टिलाइजर कोऑपरेटिव लिमिटेड. 1967 में आपको स्टैब्लिश हुआ था. कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी है, मींस ऑल द फार्मर्स दे आर लाइक द रियल ओनर्स, राइट? व्हाट्स द कंसेप्ट ऑफ सोसाइटी? कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी का में देयर इज नो लाइक इट्स नॉट अ कंपनी, इट्स लाइक ऑल पीपल, दे आर ऑल फार्मर्स हु आर पार्ट ऑफ दैट सोसाइटी, दे ऑल आर लाइक ओनर्स ऑफ इट, राइट? And this IFCO society was established keeping in mind that Indian farmers, they were requiring a lot of fertilizer, they had fertilizers need, right? So IFCO was established, and then focus on fertilizer production happened in India. So abhi 50th anniversary thi, to of course our home minister, they came there, they gave a speech and all that, right? So we have just extracted the most important point. Rest to that wherever you go, you have to say 10 things, so that is not important from the examination perspective. इसमें आप जो जो चीजें ध्यान रख सकते हो, like IFCO, this society works for what? It works in the fertilizer industry. Like primarily it was in the fertilizer industry, and and in fact it is the one which has provided global recognition in nano urea and nano DAP. Okay, these both are fertilizers, right? But now it has, with time, as you can see, it's 50 years that has been completed, right? So initially it started with fertilizer production, but now it has expanded and now it provides some insurance services also, insurance in agriculture, right? It has now extended its food to agrochemicals also, right? So it started with just fertilizer, but now it has extended its branches to different other sectors of agriculture also. जैसे अभी क्या हुआ, फाउंडेशन स्टोन हुआ बीज अनुसंधान केंद्र. बीज मतलब क्या होता है, सीड. So now they have extended to seed as well. And what is the aim of establishing this बीज अनुसंधान केंद्र? Aiming at enhancing seed research and farmer prosperity. Again, as I gave previous example, if you can modify a seed, you can actually have better productivity and sustainability. Lesser input will be required and you will have better profit, right? So seed, and why we need to establish so much of centers, right? It's very important because if there are limited centers, the production will be limited, right? So the cost of those seeds that are developed, that will be very high, right? You can understand that if it's only one office, and like there, for example, there are 5 villages and just one small office, whatever seeds they have created, the quantity will be small, and whenever production is done at smaller scale, so definitely it's much more expensive, right? Because when we do anything in bulk, the input is also very lesser. But यहाँ पे क्या है, बहुत छोटी quantity में बन रहा है. Because of that, the even though you have produced quality seeds, but you don't have customer, because farmers cannot afford this much of expensive seeds, right? So it would be better if there will be more such centers, more research will be done, more such quality seeds will be developed, and it will be easily accessible to farmers also, and affordable also, right? So they have established beach anusandhan kendra, right? Apart from that, there was also announcement, not specifically for IFCO, but yes, there was recently an announcement was done that Tribhuvan Sahakari University, it will be established in your Gujarat, okay? And aim will be on modern cooperative education and integrating technology, right? What does it mean? Dekho, why this particular point has been added under the IFCO Global Jubilee? Because IFCO in itself, it's a cooperative society, okay? So that is why it was mentioned. तो अभी क्या बोला है, जैसे cooperative society का simple concept है that all the farmers, if they produce anything individually, it will be expensive to them, and if they will sell everything individually, because the productivity will be low, production will be low, they will have lesser benefit. So the basic aim of cooperative society is that all farmers should come together, the input will be lesser, and if they will sell anything in bulk, so they will have better profit, and it can be then divided in a good manner. ठीक है, इसका बेसिक एम है. तो अब गवर्नमेंट ने क्या डिसाइड करा है, दैट वी विल स्टैब्लिश अ पर्टिकुलर यूनिवर्सिटी वेयर मच ऑन द टीचिंग ऑन कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी एंड इंटीग्रेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, जो न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज आई हैं, दोज विल बी इम्पार्टेड टू पीपल सो दैट दे कैन आफ्टरवर्ड्स द सोसाइटीज दैट विल बी डेवलप्ड, दे विल बी मच मोर टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस एंड दे हैव प्रॉपर नॉलेज रिगार्डिंग इट. अभी तो गवर्नमेंट क्या करती है, दे सेंड पीपल, गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स, एंड दे विल मेक सोसाइटीज. सम सोसाइटीज they work out, and some sort of societies, they are just for the name's sake only, and they don't do anything, right? But if people have knowledge about it, if people are given education on it, so then government is expecting, then they will have much better आउटकम ऑफ इट. ठीक है, तो ये सारी बातें किसमें करी गई है, इफ्को की गोल्डन जुबली में. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज इंडिजनाइजेशन. इंडिजनाइजेशन मीन्स व्हाट, समथिंग दैट इज नेटिव, समथिंग दैट इज लोकल. अगर हम बात करें ट्यूलिप कल्टीवेशन की, कश्मीर में इट्स वेरी इट्स अ बिग शो ओवर देयर, इट्स वेरी टूरिस्ट अट्रैक्शन, ठीक है, इन कश्मीर. बट व्हाट डू वी द बल्ब that we grow over there, right, which later on comes up to these beautiful flowers, we used to import it. ठीक है. So government is aiming, CSIR जो है, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine जम्मू, अंडर CSIR फ्लोरल मिशन, दे हैव क्या, उन्होंने क्या इनिशिएटिव के अंडर उन्होंने क्या डिसाइड करा है, दैट वट एवर बी ट्यूलिप प्रोडक्शन इज हैपनिंग, वी हैव टू लोकलाइज इट. व्हाट डज इट मीन, दैट वेन एवर फॉर द नेक्स्ट सीजन वी हैव टू ग्रो दीज tulips, the bulb should be the bulb or the seed that we will be using to grow these flowers, they will be from India only, right? So basically क्या करना, ऑल इन ऑल बताओ तो इनका प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज करना, सो दैट हमको इम्पोर्ट में ना रिलाई करना पड़े, सो दैट वी आर नॉट रिलाइड ऑन द इम्पोर्ट. ठीक है. सो व्हाई इज इट डन, बिकॉज डेफिनेटली इफ इंडियनाइजेशन विल हैपन ऑफ द ट्यूलिप कल्टिवेशन, देयर विल बी वेरियस बेनिफिट्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, डेफिनेटली इम्पोर्ट डिपेंडेंस विल बी रिड्यूस्ड, and it will be costly. Of course, if you're buying something from foreign country, it will be costly, right? So that will be reduced. ठीक है. How the farmers income can be increased, there can be n number of reasons. देखो पहले तो tourism बहुत बढ़ता है. You will see that whenever this flowering season happen, tourism automatically increases. Be it Kashmir, if you go there, you would want to see tulip cultivation over there. In fact, for example, if I talk about South Korea, Japan, if people are planning to go there, most of them try to go to the April season when Sakura season, or you can say simply the flowering season, it happens, right? So it attracts tourism. If tourism will happen, definitely you will have a lot of sources of um, 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 of getting income, right? So that is one thing. Another thing is that flour, we know that in various auspicious occasions, right, that happens in India, flowers are used, be it wedding, be it your other festivals, not only festivals but wedding and personal ceremonies जैसे होती है, right? बहुत सारे हमारे त्योहार होते हैं, right? In that you require flowers, that can be utilized over there. Not only that, जो आपकी पोस्ट इंडस्ट्री है, ड्राई फ्लावर इंडस्ट्री है, वो भी काफी ज्यादा आपकी बढ़ रही है, ठीक है? So there also these flowers can be utilized. Apart from that, not only this, that you are getting money from your flowers only, but apiculture can also be done. What is apiculture? That is rearing of honey bees, right, to get the honey. Okay, so you have so much of like land where flowers are there, definitely honey production can be boosted a lot, and if you can go for apiculture, that will be a very good situation for you. So you can see that how much having like better growth of these tulip flower or tulip cultivation in Kashmir, it can actually help the farmers, and that is why these institute have decided that let's just do Indigenization, means more localized growth of these crops and not just depend on foreign countries to get them imported. Okay, so that was one news. And coming to the last news for today, information on Kisan Rail. So basically Kisan Rail क्या है, ये एक ट्रेन बनाई गई है, and as I said before that post harvest loss in India, it's like 20 to 25%, and I think this might now have increased in recent years, right? So what has happened, how this like post harvest loss it happens. You have done a yield, right? Means मान लो grow कर लिया आपने. Again we take the example of tomatoes, right? Now these has to reach to consumer within few days, otherwise it will get perished. ठीक है? अब क्या होता है, for example in local market there are already a lot of like sellers for tomato, right? Up consumers are limited, right? If for example if they can buy the capacity of that village is to just buy it, just giving a basic example, 10 kg of tomato, they will buy only 10 kg, right? They will not buy 20-30 kg. Maybe in market there are like for example 50 kg of tomatoes that is available, so 10 kg will be sold. What about those 40 kgs, right? And within few days they will get perished, ठीक है, degrade हो जाएंगे, खराब हो जाएंगे, right? Those 40 kgs. So government they came up with this idea that why not that in such scenarios, why not to have a train where the farmer can then send his product to some other state of the country where actually there is demand of those tomatoes, like in this example, right? And if the farmer will sell there, of course he will have benefit, and the perishability of that tomato will also be reduced or can be cut down to zero. ठीक है? तो with this aim किसान रेल was introduced. ठीक है? मूवमेंट एम क्या है? मूवमेंट ऑफ पेरिशेबल प्रोडक्ट्स, जो कमोडिटीज एग्रीकल्चर की, बीट फ्रूट्स वेजिटेबल्स फ्रॉम प्रोडक्शन, ठीक है, सरप्लस, जहाँ पे सरप्लस मीन्स एक्स्ट्रा प्रोडक्शन जहाँ पे है, वेयर देर इज एक्स्ट्रा प्रोडक्शन, फ्रॉम देयर टू द deficient regions where there is requirement from sending the product or commodity from the area where there is surplus production to areas where there actually डिमांड ऑफ इट. ठीक है? एंड हाउ इट इज डन, पूरा ये पूरा सर्किट बनाया गया है, हाउ दैट इज मेड बाय आइडेंटिफाइंग विद द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर्स वेलफेयर. इसके अलावा जो डिपार्टमेंट्स ऑफ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है, दे ऑल्सो कोऑर्डिनेट विद द लोकल एजेंसीज विच विच हैज मेड दिस ऑल सर्किट, दैट फ्रॉम वेयर द प्रोडक्ट विल बी टेकन एंड फ्रॉम वेयर इट विल बी सेल्ड. तो ये पूरा एक सर्किट बनाया गया है. इट वॉज लॉन्च इन 7th August 2020 to ensure fast transport of the perishable so that we can reduce post harvest loss. Again, अभी last time only there was a question on post harvest management of the year 2024. However, that was all theoretical question, but if anybody want to include it, they could have beautifully incorporated this Kisan Rail concept, how we are trying to reduce the post harvest loss, right? So these are the things that can be utilized. Now let's just revise what the topics we have done. What is the main objective of 5-year seed improvement plan agreed upon India and Israel, right? That is option 1, promote export of seed, reduce pesticide usage, boost agriculture productivity, sustainability, train agricultural laborers or import better quality seeds. Of course, option number C, agriculture productivity and sustainability को boost करना है, ठीक है. वाई ऑप्शन नंबर, आप ई में कंफ्यूज मत हो ना, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इंपोर्ट बेटर क्वालिटी सीड लिखा है. इंपोर्ट थोड़ी करना है, अगर हम चाहेंगे तो एक्सपोर्ट करना चाहेंगे, राइट, नॉट इंपोर्ट. सेकंड इज व्हाट मॉडल इन इंडिया प्लानिंग टू इंप्लीमेंट फ्रॉम इजराइल. कौन सा मॉडल था? पॉज फॉर अ सेकंड एंड लुक एट द ऑप्शन एंड ट्राई टू अटेम्प्ट. यस, ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. विलेज ऑफ एक्सीलेंस जो मॉडल है वो इंडिया चाहता है कि हम भी अडॉप्ट करें, जिसमें पूरे विलेज में फ्रॉम ए टू जी सब कनेक्टिविटी हो एग्रीकल्चर की. विच मिनिस्ट्री कोलैबोरेट्स विद इंडियन रेलवेज फॉर आइडेंटिफाइंग किसान रेल रूट्स. ये सर्किट बनाने के लिए कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री हेल्प करती है आपकी? यस, दैट इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर्स वेलफेयर. व्हाट इज वन की बेनिफिट ऑफ ट्यूलिप कल्टीवेशन प्रोग्राम इन कश्मीर. ठीक है, क्या एम है इसका? तो जो देखो, वैसे तो बहुत सारे बेनिफिट हो सकते हैं, राइट, बट जब की बेनिफिट पूछा है तो आपको सारे ऑप्शंस देखना है और उसमें से आपको आंसर करना है. ऑप्शन नंबर ए, जो हमको इंपोर्ट डिपेंडेंसी है, ये इसका की फैक्टर है. जो की बेनिफिट है, हमको जो इंपोर्ट जो हम करते हैं उसकी डिपेंडेंसी हमको रिड्यूस करनी है. फाइनली, लाइक व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ किसान रेलवे? इज इट टू ट्रांसपोर्ट लाइफ स्टॉक, फर्टिलाइजर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है, पेरिशेबल आइटम्स को ट्रांसलोकेट करना है, सप्लाई सीड करना है फार्मर्स को, या रेलवे टूरिज्म को बढ़ाना है? तो ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर, कि हमको पेरिशेबल आइटम है, सरप्लस जगह से हमको जहाँ पे रिक्वायर्ड है, डेफिशिएंट जगह है, वहाँ पे हमको ले जाना है. ठीक है, फाइनली दिस अ होमवर्क क्वेश्चन फॉर यू ऑल. ट्राई टू अटेम्प्ट दिस and that is all in this video. If you like the video, do let me know in the comment section, and for more such videos you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to get the PDF of this lecture please subscribe to our Telegram channel. The link of it is present in the description box below. So that is all. Thank you everybody and all the very best for your preparation.